Riker Pace on the pole, Cody Jenkins, Alex DeCamp, Blake Edwards, Jimmy Forster, Corey McGehee, 8 trips around. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Osage Casino and Hotel Sprint Cars underway. Riker Pace leads them going off into 1 and 2 on the inside. Riker holds a slow and steady pace on the bottom. Here comes Alex DeCamp to the inside on a hard charge from 4th to 2nd in a corner, and he bobbles it up, got tangled up with Cody Jenkins there. Jenkins held him up. He's right there on the back bumper of Cody Jenkins. Will stands at big time and 1 and 2 to the inside. Decamps. Let's see you, Jenkins. And now here comes Blake Edwards. He's going to throw the slide on Jenkins out at turn number 4. Edwards and Decamp going toe-to-toe for 2nd. Decamp on the top. Edwards on the bottom. Out at turn number 2. Alex Decamp has the advantage. Going down the back straightaway in 3 and 4. Blake Edwards back on the bottom. DeCamp up top. Side by side. Nearly getting together. Alex DeCamp holding his own. Still on the outside. And Blake Edwards still on the inside. Out at 2 down the back straightaway. Really clawing at close quarters. Edwards still knocking it on the bottom. Trying to slide his way. He bobbled it up. Halfway now. 4 down. 4 to go for race leader Riker Pace. Blake Edwards doing all he can to hold off from Alex DeCamp on the bottom, side by side, a near drag race. Once again, Edwards bobbles it out of 4. He tried to shoot it off to the inside. Got away now, still challenging Alex DeCamp right there on the outside. Has a small run, gets him by a nose for 2nd. DeCamp back on the top side. Edwards pulled out at turn number 4 a little better this time, but still Alex DeCamp there on the point on the outside, ripping it around Tulsa Speedway. And DeCamp got squirrely there. Edwards overcomes 2nd by a nice margin. White flag, 1 more trip around for Riker Pace. Blake Edwards now firmly into 2nd. Alex DeCamp hobbled it over the cushion in turn 4, falling back dramatically, but still holding on to 3rd. Meanwhile, out of turn number 4, checkered flag for Riker Pace. Problems for the 22C of Alex DeCamp coming to a slow halt. And a big wheelie out of turn number 4 from the 17E of Blake Edwards getting 2nd. 3rd, Corey McGehee. And 4th, it'll go to Jimmy Forster. And then Alex DeCamp and Cody Jenkins rounding him out at the tail. Mike Goodman, the defending winner, put on a phenomenal race with his son, Lane Goodman, looking to go back-to-back here tonight. Look for him on the pole, and he's already off with a nice, tremendous lead going into 1 and 2. Mike leads the field. Roscoe in pursuit of 2nd. Here comes Elizabeth Phillips looking to go to the inside of Roscoe in 3 and 4. Elizabeth Filler slider on Moore. Moore with the crossover out of 4. And now Crumpton right there. They're going 3 wide momentarily into 1 and 2. Crumpton on the bottom, Roscoe getting squirreled, and Elizabeth was the one falling victim as she was shoved way up high and out of room. Crumpton with the slider on Moore. Moore trying the crossover out of 4. Moore got loose. Crumpton able to pull away from Roscoe Moore. Moore on the top side. Here comes Phillips to the inside, and Phillips bobbled it out of 2 down the back straightaway. Reese Moran to the point and got around Elizabeth Phillips by a whole straightaway lead. Mike Goodman dominating heat race number 2. Side by side for 2nd, Reese Moran and Roscoe Moore. Moore got around, that's for 3rd. Charlie Crumpton getting really squirmish down the back straightaway and out of 4. Roscoe Moore and Reese Moran right there in pursuit. Reese Moran to the inside of Moore. Moore going just on the outside line of Moran, side by side out of 2. Moore with a fallback and Moran getting to capitalize on it. Mike Goodman slowly approaching lap traffic down the back straightaway. Brandon Leland pulls off to the infield. Leland, Crumpton, Moran, Moore, and Phillips. 2 laps to go for leader Mike Goodman. Goodman leading in 1 and 2 on the bottom. A half-track lead, margin of 5.5 seconds for Mike Goodman. Goodman white flag 1 more time around Tulsa Speedway for heat race number 2. And now Elizabeth Phillips looking to go to the inside of Roscoe Moore. Shoves Roscoe way up out of the line. Gives the slide out of 4. Looking for that 4 spot. And out of turn number 4, Mike Goodman. Heat race number 2 winner for 2nd. Crumpton holding off Reese Moran out of turn number 4. Moran looking to go to the inside, but it's Charlie Crumpton. Reese Moran, Elizabeth Phillips, and Roscoe Moore rounding him out at the tail. With that, ladies and gentlemen, give him a nice round of applause. Heat race number 2, dominating victor, Mike Goodman. Bradley Fazard leads them going into 1 and 2 for the final heat for the Osage Casino and Hotel Sprint Cars. Noah Harris and Josh Tyree quickly side by side for second. Tyree on the bottom. Harris on the bottom. Tyree up top. Here comes Barrows. He throws a slide on Frank the Tank Taft. Down the front straightaway going into 1 and 2. Mitchell Barrows coming off Mitchell Barrows' front nose wing actually flipped up on him, looking down the back stretch. Keep an eye on the 12M, looking to go to the inside of Frank the Tank Taft. Taft and Barrows going side by side in 1 and 2. Barrows getting really squirmish there as the front nose wing completely flipped up on him. Frank Taft got loose. A little bit of tag from him there. Bradley Fazard dominating Heat 3. Noah Harris, Josh Tyree, Mitchell Barrows, and Frank the Tank Taft. Upcoming lap number 4, halfway, 4 down, 4 remain for Bradley Fazard. Fazard leading going into 1 and 2. Noah Harris, Josh Tyree, and Mitchell Barrows, and Frank Taft rounding him out. Bradley Fazard, nothing but clean air, hauling away from the 7F of Noah Harris, who sits in second. Bradley Fazard seeing the likeness of lap traffic on the same pace as him, right in pursuit, going into 3 and 4. 2 laps remaining, 2 to go for Bradley Fazard. Frank Taft going to the infield, and he's going to bring it back on the racing surface. Noah Harris hits the grinds. Oh, that held up Harris dramatically. Not sure if had anything for Fazard, but he fell victim to that. White flag for Bradley Fazard and Noah Harris. Fazard leading in 1 and 2. And bikes it up big time, plants it up on 4 down the back straightaway for the final time. In 3 and 4, Fazard will lead out of 4, and he will get the nice checkered flag from Brian. And Noah Harris third. Second. Third coming around will be the 1T of Josh Tyree. Then the 12M of Mitchell Barrows and Frank the Tank Taft rounding him out.